everyone, this is Pam from Bug Bites with another Gypsy episode, and in this episode I'll show you how to weld shadows. Many of you have already watched videos about this, and am I reinventing the wheel? No, but let's spruce up the tires in this episode. Most of the font cartridges already have the shadow feature, but some of the images don't. So we'll look at both these scenarios. You might have to skip a couple of steps if you already have the shadow feature. Let's get on with it. By the way, if you notice, that's the new shield screen on my Gypsy. With the new update, we've got, that is 0142, we've got this plus button up here. We will use that for the shadows, because prior to this, when we add, suppose, a word fun, and then we want to add the shadows, myself that is, used to accidentally select the original words instead of the shadow, and to avoid that, we'll use the plus to add another page and the open template feature, which automatically comes up to make our job easier. So that's the new tire I was talking about. Before beginning, suppose this is the word, it's not a good job, but I just drew this in a hurry. We will try to add the original word first and then the shadow. That's the way I like to do things, because the shadow is bigger than the original word. And if the insides, if the smaller word overlaps, automatically the outer shadow will overlap. Let's first see an image which does not have a shadow. I'll go to the keypad layout and let's go to Gypsy Wanderings. If I know it's the next immediate cartridge, I just have to press the arrow here, and then let's select this owl. And let's increase the size to about 4 so that we can see clearly. And then I will go to the next page. And now you can see the double cursor. So how do I get rid of this? It's a good thing this appeared so that we can show how to get rid of the double cursor. I'll just zoom and press on the mat and then go back again. You can see that the cursor has disappeared. So this is a problem which is occurring with the Gypsy. So this is one way in which you can refresh the cursor. So let me go and select, and we'll place the owl exactly on that. According to ProCraft, to get a shadow, usually you can increase this button twice, and it's what they say is a shadow feature. That is 0.15 or 0.14. Sometimes it will not increase in proportion evenly. So what you can do is use the unlink key there, turn it to wide, and just nudge just the height and the width so that you have an even spacing all around. This does not work so well with fonts, but you can get a little bit closer effect. You might have to increase just by
0.04
and you might get a reasonable effect. Now let's delete this image. How do I get rid of this page? Easy, but this does not work with the first page, but the rest of the pages. I just exit and save my file. But this is the first time I'm saving it. I had to use the save as option. So I will save this as shadow. Then open some other file or go somewhere else. And then come back to this file. This is shadow. And you can see that there's just a plus here. There's no number here. So the second page has been deleted for us. But this does not work with the first page. Now let me delete that and set my cursor height at 2.5, and let's go back to Gypsy font, and this is the feature I'll be selecting, the original letter, and this will be the shadow letter. So let's select that and type in fun and click OK. Since I selected it in a single line over here, we'll find that it's automatically grouped for us. Now let's kern it. I'll put the link back. Let's go to advanced and kern it so that it moves together for overlapping. I will kern it negatively by 0.4. You can see that it is moved. Always zoom and check if it's overlapped. Then nudge and position. It's already grouped. So now I just have to zoom back and press the welding key. Select that and then press weld, and always preview when you have welded. Zoom and check. You can see this gray area where it's welded. To pan. Even though you can move the screen this way, sometimes the image moves if you use only the top key. So it's better if you press and hold the lower key to pan your images. Going back to the image, let go of this preview because everything will be frozen otherwise. Now for the shadow. I will go to the next page. This is a better way of doing things. Go to the basic menu, click somewhere over there. This time, go to the shadow feature and select the word again. I will ungroup. I'll move the U and F out of the way and check whether this is shadow. Sometimes I get confused between the shadow and the blackout feature. Always make sure. Then with the screen zoomed, bring everything closer and using the gray outline, the template feature as a guide, bring that closer. You can avoid the step of ungrouping. If you're sure that that is the shadow, keep it grouped and then just select individual letters to nudge. Let me show you that too. So let me go ahead and group all this. And if I want to make a little bit of movement, I just select that. After this update, if it's grouped and I select something, it will not immediately select the object. It will ungroup it. So I have to type out and go somewhere else and maybe preview or do something else and then come back again. So now when I go, I get back all my nudge keys and all the other stuff. So now when I select, I will just select that F, place it where I want, and then select the U till it's purple and maybe nudge it a little. And then we just need to select the N. I'll just nudge that just a little bit down. And another tip is, while nudging, when you zoom to the maximum, you can nudge it in smaller steps than when it's zoomed out. When I nudge and it moves by 0.1 in my original small view, in the zoom, I can go up to 0.05. I'm just giving you some numbers to tell you how you can increment. You can just see that I can go to a very small detailed increment when I have the zoomed up screen. So not only can I view it better, I can nudge it better. Then once I have it placed where I like it, go to advanced and press weld and preview. Press the preview so that I take it off because otherwise it will freeze all the functions. And then since it's already selected, I can go back to page 1 and paste and move that wherever I want to keep it. I'll go back to page 2, select that, delete it, clear it off, then save, and I can just press new, open my shadow file. Yes, this is a painful process, but unfortunately that's the only way now that we can delete the page. Now you see, page 2 is gone. I hope this has been as much fun for you as it was for me. We have seen how to add shadows to images, some images which do not have a shadow feature, and we have seen how to weld the words and weld the shadows too. And also we have dealt with the errant cursor which keeps duplicating, and then how to delete a page the new way. Previously we had to keep holding this undo button and press till it disappeared. See you again next time in another Gypsy episode. Thank you.